Let's breathe together. Start with your posture. On your back with your legs uncrossed, the bed, the sofa, the floor, the recliner kicked back, or maybe sitting up in a chair. Sit bones evenly planted, knees 90 degrees, feet flat on the floor, hip width apart with the toes pointing forward. Now lift your chest and tuck your chin back towards your neck gently. Create space for everything to flow from the brain through the neck to the body. And now notice the tension that's created by the posture you've just created. And hold that tension to hold the posture and let go of anything that doesn't need to be there. Use your jaw maybe as a checkpoint, Charlie, and release your jaw while you maintain the tension of the posture and let it flow into any space that needs to relax. Good. Breathing in through both nostrils, using the nose to filter and warm and humidify the air. And feeling your body round up as you pull the air in, pulling it down to the bottom lobes of the lungs where the majority of the blood circulates. And then releasing and letting the breath flow out as your body lengthens and flattens. Aware of your own breath and the natural, easy, whole body breath. Not making it hard. Make it hard and you lose most of the benefit. So we keep it easy and natural and fill ourselves round up with the inhale and lengthen and flatten with the exhale. Good. This morning, let's add a little movement to our isometric exercises, and let's do the feet. Point the toes and create tension in your feet, and then release the tension and pull your toes back towards your head and push your heels away. And now repeat that motion of pointing the toes and tightening the feet and pushing the heels away. And coordinate it with your breath. Maybe inhaling as you point your toes and exhaling as you push your feet away. Coordinate it with your breath the way works best for you. Good. Creating flexibility in your feet, in your toes, and in your ankles, in your arch, pointing and flexing and coordinating with the breath. Good. And now inhale and point your toes, and this time hold the toes in that tight position and continue breathing. So the toes are pointed in an isometric squeeze of your muscles, and you breathe. And when you've done 3 to 5 breaths, release and let the feet relax. And now push the heels away from the body and hold the feet. Pull the toes back, push the heels away. Feel the tension in your feet and your ankles and your calves. And breathe. Breathe 3 to 5 breaths, feeling your body round up on the inhale and lengthen and flatten on the exhale. And when the 3 to 5 breaths are complete, release the feet. And feel the flow when you release. Bringing circulation and warmth out to your feet and your toes. And now do the whole thing again. Inhale and point your toes, curl, and hold the tension while you breathe. Breathe 3 to 5 breaths, rounding up as you inhale and lengthening and flattening as you exhale, holding the tension and aware of any extra tension and releasing it while you breathe. And when 3 to 5 breaths are complete, release your feet. And again, feel the flow. And now your heels, push your heels away and pull your toes back and create tension and hold that tension and breathe. Aware of any extra tension, releasing it. Holding the tension in the feet, pushing the heels away, pulling the toes back and breathing. 3 to 5. Natural. Round up. Breaths in and lengthen and flatten breaths out. And when the breaths are complete, release your feet. And again, feel the flow. Good. Getting your feet ready for the day. Feet have lots of work to do, holding us up and moving us around. A big thank you to our feet. And now continue the breath. And cross your arms in front of you. Hold on to your elbows loosely, and let's do the posture exercise. So effective, so quick. Benefits are both immediate and cumulative. Arms resting on your belly, face forward. Rotate your shoulders and your arms and your hands over to the left, keeping them down low. And breathe. And move over to the right. And breathe. And coordinate this movement with the breath, moving first to the left and then to the right. Making sure your arms drag across your belly as they move from side to side and that your face stays forward. Good. And now bring the arms up to chest level and repeat the exercise. Face forward. Coordinate with the breath and move the arms and the shoulders to the left and then to the right. And maybe you hear some pops and crunches and feel as your body and your posture adjusts. Good. And come back to center and raise the arms up to the forehead as high as you can without picking up any pain. And then continue the exercise, rotating the shoulders and moving the arms and hands first to the left and then to the right, keeping them high and keeping your face forward. Good. And then bring the arms down and release the tension. And rest one hand on your belly and one hand on your rib cage so you can feel your whole body breathe as you pull the air in through both nostrils. And then release it either out through the nose or the mouth. And pull the breath in and go all the way to the top. And at the very top, 3 sniffs. And then release and let the breath flow out. And at the bottom, 3 puffs. Making the breath whole and complete. And again, pulling it in with 3 sniffs at the very top. And letting it flow out with 3 puffs at the very bottom. Aware of the breath. And balance. Creating that healthy exchange between the oxygen and the carbon dioxide. Good. If you find yourself during the day in a situation where your breath seems to have gotten going the wrong way, this is a great one to just stop for a minute and pull together. Inhaling with 3 sniffs at the top and exhaling with 3 puffs at the bottom. organizing the breath back into balance. Only takes a few seconds. Good. And so we breathe together. And our purpose is to adjust our nervous system, build its strength, and build its resilience. Because life happens. And when life happens, we need it. Our bodies are designed to do that. And the trick is, when the danger, or whether it's real or perceived, and the tension and anxiety causing action is complete, our nervous system is strong enough and resilient enough to return back to that state. They call it rest and digest. And it's really our nervous system. Continue breathing, pulling that air in, rounding up, and exhaling and releasing. That nervous system has parasympathetic and sympathetic, and sympathetic is when we are alerted to something in our environment, whether it's through our own thoughts or the actions around us or the things we hear or see. And we rise to that occasion. And then when that action is complete, we release and we go back down to rest and digest, the parasympathetic state. And the trick is not to get stuck in the sympathetic state. And so we build our nervous systems through the breath and the practice and the relaxation and the exercise. So when life happens, we're there to meet it, and then we're there to complete it. We want to be in that parasympathetic state more than we're in the sympathetic state, and we don't want to get stuck. And it's a continuum, let's say from 0 to 100. And if the event around us calls for a 5, we rise to a 5. And if it calls for a 95, we rise to a 95. And we try to adjust and bring just the right amount of tension and action to what the situation requires. And so we work together in the mornings, and we practice, and we build our nervous system so we have that ability to move through the day, bringing just the right amount of tension. And when we catch ourselves, whether it's too alert or too tense, we adjust. And we recalibrate. And we recalibrate with our breath and the tension and our thoughts. Keep breathing and calibrate today to a thought, and use that word easy as the first word in the thought. And add something. And breathe to that easy thought. Rounding up on the inhale, flattening and lengthening and extending the exhale, lengthening the exhale and adding a hum to amplify if that seems appropriate for you for today, and continue breathing as the bulls and the birds sing. And may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Have a great day.